Hey guys, and welcome back to Dungeon Defenders. Today we're going to do the Magus quarters, whatever, on Nightmare Hardcore, of course. And go. I don't really have much of a build thought out or tested yet, so this might fail rather horribly. Of course, first things first, gathering the mana. And I'm using harpoons for this level because of the, well, basically because of how it's laid out. Of course, first wave is going to be the usual mana struggle, which means I can just put harpoons on either side. And I'm getting 6 spiders already, so 40 is not actually enough to summon a good aura. I just like putting auras around the crystal. And now let's swap to the DPS toon. Or a DPS toon, I guess. Well, this one's more of a mana toon. Problem is spiders will probably spawn in the center and I don't really have anything to deal with them at the moment. Yeah, like that. They don't all spawn in the center, but some of them do, and that's kind of tedious. I hate it when ogres are immune to electric. Okay, so one of them did actually pop up here, but I killed it in time, which is good. Like the Wolf Hunter bow thing I'm using at the moment, it's great for getting mana, but it does electric damage, so in case I find I have to face enemies which are immune, I'm just switching to my pawn shot, which has more damage and does non-elemental damage. Okay, so please. Now back to the summoning monk. Well, summoning monk here, right? And let's add the electric and strength drain. And now we need the Serious EV. For some buff beams. Not so sure I'll actually need reflect. Beams probably won't, so yeah. And I think I will actually be using my Squire counters during the wave this time. Mostly because that means I can keep building. And I'm hoping 2 harpoons will work out eventually. And her casting speed is high enough to build quite well during waves anyway. Now, and I think I will, oh dear. Oh, that was close. I forgot we get goblin copters on these maps, but yeah, I'm guessing that's gonna work out anyway. Yeah, that's fine. I will definitely be wanting more harpoons though. Mostly to deal with the flying mobs, which will come later. There we go, perfect. Now, open up. Two more buff beams, and then I'm guessing I can do whatever the heck I feel like. Okay, so I'm out of defense units, meaning, well, one side's gonna be without buff units, which is fine. And so, might as well go DPS now, because why not? And he is ranged because, well, the weapon I have is too small to go melee, I guess. But again, that's not much of an issue. I actually think the auras, yeah, the auras are buffed. That's very good. And buff beams, of course. We want buff beams to be buffed. Basically, I keep forgetting that harpoons are actually quite pricey for in terms of DU. But they are good defenses, so that's okay. Yeah. I'm just upgrading these guys manually. Since they don't have a buff beam. Yep, not an issue at all. My harpoons aren't even that overpowered. Like, you see some people having insane attack rates like 0.08. I think mine are at like 0.11. So it's all very reasonable, nothing excessive here. And it works just fine. More goblin copters, but not an issue. Yeah, I think the setup now holds and I don't actually need to upgrade anything else. Because I sort of don't feel like it. And I guess this is something that high stats will get you. Like, the stats you need to actually be able to complete the maps are not that high. For most maps there are builds which you can find on forums, which only require like 2k builders, which is not very good at all. It's like reasonably good mythicals. And that works out. So what the higher stats get you is the ability to be lazy. To just set up and then the rest will work by itself, pretty much. But might as well go 1 star with the buff beams, at least with the main ones. Yeah. And we do get like small amounts of mythicals from this, including this ginormous electric sky splitter, but at this stage they're not going to be very good ones, so probably not really something you want to do. Well, not something you want to do for the loot anyway. And that's all very easy. And we're already on the final wave. In which we'll get 8 Djinn, 10 Shark, and 32 Spiders, 4 Goblin Copters, and 5 Ogres as far as I can see. And like 16 Wyverns, so meh. So let's just check it out on the map. Spiders not an issue, Goblin Copters not an issue, Ogres not an issue. It was actually, in a way, it was better when the Goblin Copters got further because the Ogres fell into the lava and died. As it looks now, they fall on the bridge there and actually survive. Well, they're killed off quite quickly by the harpoons, but still. And a couple of Sharken, Djinn. None of them lasting very long. So if you're struggling with the map because your stats are not as good, keep in mind I haven't done much upgrading, so I could have easily gotten stuff to 5 stars at this point. And I've also not done any minions yet, so I could still add these for more effect. 95 upgrades is not abysmal, but it could still be a lot better, of course. And what's this? Junk. I'm just checking these out to see if basically to see at which point stuff drops that might be valid. But nah. Of course, if you find something that's better than what you're carrying, equip it anyway. But in terms of loot farming, this is not the place you want to go. Obviously, in terms of loot farming for armor, you want to go Lab Assault, and for weapons, you want to go to like specific map rewards. And there we go. That's this level done, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.